Hello again. This is Phyllis Levitt, the author of America in Therapy, and I'm here to share yet another newsletter and blog that I wrote in the last year or two, and this one is called The Repetition Compulsion. I could write a book about what is called in psychological language the repetition compulsion, as it plays out in so many of our individual lives. But today I want to share with you that the repetition compulsion also operates in large groups of people, communities, businesses, schools, houses of worship, and governing bodies. We bring our unhealed wounds with us wherever we go. We know that many victims of abuse unconsciously repeat the pattern of abusing others or find themselves defenseless in the face of violence. It is critical today that we understand that large organizations and governments that promote favoritism and greed, that believe in the right to dominate, terrorize, murder others, and wage war, that they create a national family environment ripe to repeat these dangerous and terrifyingly lethal strategies for survival in exactly the same way that uninterrupted and untreated abuse and dysfunction are passed down from one generation to another in individual families. That is why I call America the family of America, because we operate on the same dynamics and principles that individual families do, and that's what makes all the learning that I and so many other therapists have accrued over so many years of practice, why it makes what we've learned so relevant to the larger groups that we are functioning in and conditioned by today. To the extent that we have not healed ourselves from all the ways we've been hurt by other people, we are at risk of allowing the same destructive actions to be repeated as national policy at home and around the world. And to the extent that hatred, exploitation, and murder of others is justified socially and politically, more and more of us are being conditioned to either feel helpless in the face of abuse or accept, condone, and participate in it. This is the repetition compulsion on a national scale. Without intervention, we are that wind-up toy that is programmed to move in only one direction. But there is hope, and that's why the subtitle of my book is Hope and Healing for a Nation in Crisis. There is hope. This pattern can be broken, and that's one of the many gifts that the field of psychology has to offer us today, and why I want the understandings of psychology to be widespread and commonly known. In the same way that individuals can break the cycle of abuse in their own lives and be restored to love, safety, and cooperation, the originating wounds of a country that fuel our most destructive behaviors can also be healed. A country is nothing more than a mass of individual people, and if individual people can heal, so can a country. The first step is to recognize that as a nation, we have been repeating our own wounding for centuries. The next step is to ask, what are our unhealed wounds, and how do we heal them? I talk about this in depth in my new book, America in Therapy. Too much to go into in a short expose right here, but I hope this has given you food for thought. And if you would like to see more details and a clearer explanation of what we might be repeating, please check out America in Therapy. And I would love to dive deeper into these questions, and I will, in future blogs and newsletters. Thank you for listening, and I'd love your feedback. Please check me out at www.phyllislevitt.com. Sign up for my newsletters, and you'll get them in your inbox whenever they are written, which is usually once or twice, usually 2 or 3 times a month. Thank you.